All right. So we are live again in the studio. Hi, how are you?
Great, how are you?
I'm good. I'm just gonna share this to your page, and then we're gonna get started.
All right.
Let's see. Um, wait a minute. I'm gonna put the first question at the bottom. That way, people can see it. All right, and then we'll just go from there.
Sound good to me?
Okay. Let's see. All right. So the first question is gonna be living a single life but afraid to date. But give me 1 minute. I want to share this to your page, and then we'll go from there. How your day been?
Oh, pretty good, pretty good. Just busy, busy. So trying to
Okay.
get everything organized. Yeah.
Are you opening up your club tonight?
Not tonight.
Not tonight.
I got to get some rest sometime.
Right, right. So how's it? How has everything been going?
Everything been going well.
That's
It's
good.
been going pretty well.
That's good. I know starting a new business can sometimes be very frustrating, but yeah.
Yeah.
So again, I want to say thank you for joining me on this podcast. Something that I look forward to doing with you as often as we can to bring light to different topics and different things like that. So I'm just going to allow you to introduce yourself. I am TNG. I'm the host and the owner of T Rose Media Film Production. And so this is what I do. And I'm so thankful to have Douglas with me today. So in the background, you see that's the flyer for today's show. I'm not sure how it's coming up, but that's just the flyer. But I'm gonna go ahead and give you an opportunity, Douglas, to introduce yourself.
Yes, my name is Douglas. I go by Doug. Tangy, thank you for inviting me to your podcast show, In Your Face.
I think this one is ours. I don't think this one is just mine. I think this one is ours together.
Okay, okay. Well,
Yeah,
okay.
because
That's fair to say. That's fair to
yeah,
say.
yeah. I'll just be putting it together, but this is our thing, that we're doing as friends together. So I look forward to it. So let's just jump in there. I'm so interested because I know you do relationship topics. I do relationship topics. So today that's what it's about, like relationships. So the first question is going across the bottom of the screen: living a single life but afraid to date. Let's talk about that. Why do you think that people, and that's both male and female, why do you think people are single? Okay, so for me, I'm not afraid. Well, maybe I am afraid today. Because the thing of the is, you don't want to jump back into what you come out of. You know what I'm saying? You always want something better. So there is a little, I'm not going to say fear, but it could be fear of the unknown. So let me hear your take on that.
I agree with what you say. A lot of people are afraid to date nowadays because people are not taking relationships serious no more. It's like I can't speak for the females out there, maybe some of the guys, but uh, from my understanding, it's like maybe 5 to 10 women to one man. You know what I'm saying? And it's like a shortage for men out there for some strange reason. I might be wrong. Can you correct me on that, Miss Tangi?
No, you're right. You're right. And I think the problem with, yeah, I'm just saying, this is just a relationship
I
show, right?
understand. Right.
So we're not being judgmental against anybody. So let's put that out there because you like who you like. You know what I'm saying? So we can't pick and choose who you like. But I think there's a shortage of men because they're because of a lot of men are down low, Douglas. I'm just saying, like, and so really you don't know what you're getting, and that's even with women too. You got a lot of women that like other women, but they'll
That's
be in
true.
relationship with men. So now you don't know what you're getting, because you could think you're dating a man and that's a whole woman, and vice versa. You could think you're dating a woman and he was born a man, you know. So I think that's why it's a lot of iffy things going on with the dating scene. But no, you're definitely right.
Yeah, it's scary out there. You know, like say, you know, women on women and guys on guys. And hey, I'm not the one to judge, but you know, we talking about why people are afraid to date. You know, and it got a lot to do with past relationships and stuff. You know,
Oh yeah.
people are not hanging around for the things that they hung around for like 5, 10, and 15 years ago, or maybe a year ago. People not, you know, especially for y'all women. I take my head off to y'all females out there. Y'all got you know, y'all doing pretty good for yourself. You know, you got your own houses and your cars, jobs and stuff. You have to depend on a man. You know, if a woman want a man, it's because she want him, not probably because she need him, but probably be nice to have a man. And you know, I think some guys out there don't want to step up. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It depends on the person. So it's a crazy world out here now.
So let's talk about the step up. What do you mean when you say most men don't want to step up? I will say that a lot of guys nowadays want women to take care of them, and they talking about this 50-50 thing, which is something else that we can definitely get into, because I like to see the man perspective when you talk about women going 50-50 in the house. I like to know exactly what that is. So when you say men are not stepping up, can you elaborate a little bit on that?
I mean, okay, let me go back to that. Now, you know, yes, step up. Excuse me, somebody's calling me, but in so many words, it's I'm gonna go back to what I was saying 5 minutes ago. Most women got their stuff together. You know what I'm saying? They got their jobs and their houses and their careers and all that in order. And for a man, he had to play catch up. And so
Right.
many women want a man to be on their level, but most of the time the level right here is down here, and the man got to play catch up. So, and for some women, man, they expect so much out of this man. Some of them try to build a man to be the perfect man that they desire, but it don't work that way. And a lot of guys might feel intimidated about some women that make more money, or you know got their own houses and cars like that, and some guys are intimidated by it. You know what I'm saying? And then some women don't let guys lead. In so many cases, a woman say when she find a man that's willing to lead and lead by example, then she will follow. But I don't know. It's a lot of trying dudes out there. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of trying guys out there that catch bad breaks. They may not have the good job or things that they need to be equal with that woman that they're into, but they are trying. And a lot of women can be hard out there. And I guess because of past relationships. I guess some women done so much for got so many guys out there that they just feel like I heard some women say I built this man up. I did this and I did that for him. And then he still went and cheated on me. You know what I'm saying? So they're afraid to do that, because of past relationships and stuff like that. It's just so much in the pot that people are afraid to date again. I mean, nobody want to go back into that dark place that they was at back then. You know what I'm saying? I know I will never go back to that dark place that I was in. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't know if it makes sense, anything like that, but that's just my theory on it. What you think?
So, well, I agree. I agree with a lot of the things that you said. But I'm gonna take it biblical with you. So the Bible says that a man who finds a wife finds a good thing and attain favor from the Lord. So here's the thing with that. So I don't feel like we as women should be out there searching and seeking anything. Anyway, we should be preparing ourselves to be wife material. doing whatever that is for us, not for another man per se. You know what I'm saying? Unless you and that man have come to a mutual understanding that you both are going to be in a relationship together. You got a lot of women that's out here, they want a man so bad that they are, just laying by the wayside how they feel and different things like that to please somebody else who may or may not continue to stay with them. So I think it's messed up on both sides. You know what I'm saying? Because women have had to become so strong now, and they've had to take on the responsibilities of men in the relationship and even in the home. They've become so independent that when they do meet somebody of good standards, of good stature, of good substance, it's hard to stop doing what they're doing because that's what they have become accustomed to. So it's like learned behavior, trained behavior. So you have to untrain yourself how to allow somebody to lead you. Now, I would say for me, I'm open to being submissive if I get that. If the right guy come, you welcome. Yeah, don't forget to bring that Lane up here. All right, I'm sorry, y'all. That's my brother. But I don't see anything wrong with being submissive to the right person, and that's on both sides. They say in a relationship you should give 50-50. I disagree with that. I think it should be 100-100. You know what I'm saying? You give all your best, and then vice versa. The lady give her best that she can do. However, a woman wants stability. A woman wants security. A woman want to feel comfortable. A woman want to feel loved. And then you got people or men out here they're saying I love you, but the actions are not showing up. You know what I'm saying? But then it's like a lot of men don't want us to have a voice, to voice how we feel. We should just be quiet and don't say anything back or express how we feel or anything like that. If we do, we're out of order, which everything has been taken out of context. That's just how I feel, But I can only speak for me, Douglas, and the reason why I'm still single is because I think I am afraid now that we've gotten into it because of the things that I went through in my past relationship. But however, I am open to date again. It's been 2.5 years since I dated, since I did anything, including sex. You know what I'm saying? I don't put myself out like that. And so a lot of people think that you could build a relationship just on sex, and that's not true either. Because what happens when the sex is gone? So compatibility, and true love is everything.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And I'm gonna jump on this too. A lot of men feel like I think this is the top 5 right here. A lot of men feel like once they commit or get married or get committed to a relationship, they feel like the sex slow down for some reason. A lot of guys say that. Why did the sex slow down? When they get married or commit to a relationship, that can cause friction in a relationship. What's your take on that? I know I just threw it out there, but that's some of the things that guys do, that guys talk about. That's one of the top things that guys talk about. Yeah, a bunch of guys like, man, before I got married, stuff down, whatever, I got more sex than I did than what I was getting, at the house with my wife or girlfriend, and I guess there's different reasons why a woman shut down. I don't know. I'm not a woman. I don't know, but that's what most guys say. That's how most guys feel and stuff.
So here's the thing, Douglas. Me, and I can only speak for me.
Right.
I'm not a person that have a high drive. I'm just not. However, if I'm in a committed relationship and we're leaning towards marriage, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like, first of all, a relationship shouldn't be built on sex, period, point blank. It's an important part of the relationship because you definitely want to be with somebody that you're compatible with in that area. However, I don't feel like that's the whole thing that make up a relationship. And if that's the problem, then that should be something that you guys that men and women should be able to work work towards. You know what I'm saying? It's all about communication. So if they get into a relationship, because again, it goes back to what I said earlier, a lot of people get with somebody based on sex. In the beginning, you're trying to do everything you can to please that man or to please that woman. So you're willing to do any and everything until you get that person. And then when you get that person, like it's like I got him and now I gotta backtrack. You know what I'm saying? So if you start out being real upfront about how you feel, I don't think it should be a problem. And if there is a problem, before you walk away, let's try some counseling, or let's talk about the situation instead of going out here jumping with every Tom, Dick, Harry, or Melanie, Melina, whoever, to even bring more chaos into the relationship. But most people don't want to talk. They're like, I don't want to hear it. I tried this with you. I'm not doing this no more. And then on to the next person, on to the next person. Ain't nobody healing. So you just carrying baggage and baggage and baggage into your next relationship. And so you're really never going to be able to move forward because you got so much baggage that you're bringing over with you.
Right.
I mean, that's just how I feel about it.
True. That's true. I mean, that go both ways. I mean, they tell you need to heal. And I do agree with that. You need to heal because bouncing from relationships, you only bring excess baggage to the relationship because you had, and it's not fair to the person that has healed. You know what I'm saying? So that causes a lot of frictions and stuff in relationships and stuff like that. People haven't healed yet. People get so aggressive and jealous and all that because of what their past relationship person done to them. So that brings it in the new relationship.
Right. But here's the thing though. Back in the day, listen, y'all can definitely comment, say whatever it is that you want to say. You have to put it in the chat so that we can see it. So Patty, the floor is open. Let's talk about it. This is open to everybody, anybody that's watching that want to communicate, talk about the topic that we're talking about. That's why we're doing it, because it's open to everybody. So yes, ma'am, you can talk. You can talk about the topic that we're discussing because we want to hear from you guys. This is an open discussion that really needs to be talked about. So yes, ma'am. First of all, thank you for tuning in. She said, can I comment on the topic?
Please do.
So Douglas, another thing is what makes dating now so scary as well. Like, you can know a person for 10 years, like for real. It doesn't even have to be somebody that you're meeting just now. But even now, it's so scary now because you never know what you're getting, because especially with online dating, you meeting people from you're meeting people from behind a computer screen, and they can tell you anything. Even in person, people can fake it or whatever to make you seem like they're one way and they're not. And then I've known like 4 women that have lost their lives because of meeting somebody online. One of them was a professor out in Charlotte, North Carolina. I think she worked at UNC. Met a guy, introduced him to her family, and before you know it, this man killed her. And she's like the first one. And then after that, it's been like 3 others that I personally know of. So it's scary. Like they say, don't meet nobody online. But even if you meet somebody in person, they can still be a lunatic. Let's see what Patty said. She says, I have learned the hard way to being a single Christian lady. Can you explain that to us, Miss Patty? What you mean by that, being a Christian single lady? Like, can you elaborate just a little bit on that for us? And that's another biggie, being a man or woman of God. You know what I'm saying? Right. How do you feel? How do you feel about that, Douglas? Do you think men and women, and I know we all should be able to date because that's how you're gonna meet somebody. But what's your take on that?
Can you repeat it?
Wait a minute. Patty said, I am very open-minded to the spirit now. So I tell a man up front that I am saving my body for my future husband. And she didn't finish, which Yeah, I agree, Patty. But you know,
Yeah.
in this day of society, and I agree with you 100% because listen, if they don't respect your decision, then they're not for you anyway. So
Well,
I agree.
I mean, and I'm gonna throw this out there too. Sometimes you can be single for too long till you get set in your own ways, and that can be difficult to
What that
deal with.
mean?
It means that if, say, for instance, if you've been celibate, single, been out the dating game for a few years, and say you meet somebody and start dating them, and you won't. And I'm saying this. I hear a lot of guys say this too, and the lady have a hard time letting the man leave because she's so used to doing things on her own. You know,
But why?
I-
Why did she get there? You know what
well,
I'm saying? You look at the
well,
whole picture,
well, the thing is about it, at the same time she healed. She was healing.
right?
She was healing. And then, like I say, sometimes you can be single again. I'm gonna say it again. You can be single for so long that sometimes it hurts you because you don't trust anybody. You won't allow anybody in your life because you're so used to doing things on your own and how you've been doing it. I'm just saying, sometimes it can hurt you. And I mean, I don't know how to word it right, but you can't be single too long. Sometimes it's a bad thing. I'm just saying, because you get set in your ways.
Right.
You get so used to doing things on your own. You won't allow that new person to do it with you or for you because, I had a friend girl at one time. She had this brand new house built, worked hard, raised three sons on her own. And every time she would tell me she meet these guys, she say, I just don't know because it seems like every guy that I meet, they see my big house and the type of job I got. It's like they're ready to move in and stuff like that. And I'm like, well, not necessarily. Everybody's not trying to get your fortune like that. You know what I'm saying? Some guys look at it like, okay, she trying to have something, maybe we can try to build on something. But a lot of times, in her case, she worked so hard to get where she's at until she's afraid that she think every guy trying to get in her fortunes. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I guess it depends on the individual, but and I think at the time, she had been single probably over 5 years, man. Like she didn't trust anybody no more. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of tough out there, especially if you hadn't dated in a long time. And some people don't know how to date no more because it's the new breed of people out here now. People are doing different things out there. I mean, dating each other more. You know what I'm saying? You got male on male, female on female. But hey, who am I to judge? But I'm just saying, you don't know what you're getting out there now. And then you got this thing called the poly. Uh you got people's in relationships inviting the third person in. You know what I'm saying? And I guess because they bored with the relationship, so they try to bring an extra person in. For some strange reason. It's a lot out there now. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what you get. And some people choose to be single. You know what I'm saying? And I can't blame them because it's too much. It's
Yeah.
just too much nowadays. You know what I'm saying? It's a
You
different.
really want to be with somebody that's going to meet you at a mutual ground in the middle. You know what I'm saying? I want to put this up. Well, what I did, Douglas, because I got people wanting to speak on the topic, I put it out on Facebook for anybody that actually want to join
Right.
us on the live. I'll bring them in. They can say what they want to say, and
Okay.
then so we'll just open it up like that to anybody that
Sounds good.
actually want to come in visually and be able to be seen. Just click the link that I put out there on Facebook. We would definitely love to hear about you guys.
Oh, most definitely.
um what you guys think about it. So oh, Miss Patty got a lot to say, so let's see. She
Come on,
says
Miss Patty.
um she says, I am very open-minded. Okay, so I read that one. She says, I am not playing any games. You have to be a strong woman. I have just came out of a 6-year relationship. He took advantage of my kindness. I was married for 27 years and was blindsided by my ex cheating on me. So now I have trust issues with some men at first.
Mhm.
I I am waiting on my Boaz to find me.
Wow.
Okay. And I'm not laughing at you, Miss Patty. I'm just that's something that we all said we're waiting on our we're waiting on our Boaz. But yeah, so but I will say with most women that's been hurt, and like for myself, we put a guard up, you know what I'm saying? And we're very protective of who we let in our space or whatever, because we want to make sure, like what Miss Patty said, that we're not being taken for granted because of our kindness. Women are givers from the heart, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes that's looked upon as, easy, somebody that can be leached on and different things like that. And I'm not sure if you guys get that as well, but I'm sure you do. But that's why we have to be extremely cautious, because there are so many men out here that's waiting on a woman or wanting a woman who can do everything for him, and instead of pouring back into his queen, he's draining her from everything, and it's hard to pour from an empty cup. I'll be right back. I need to step away for 1 second. I'll be right back. Give me a
Okay.
minute.
Okay.
Okay, I'm back.
You good?
Yeah. So what were you gonna say?
Well, that goes back. I'm gonna throw something else out there. I like to throw a lot of things in there. Well, we all can see red flags from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? We allow ourselves to go further in the new relationship, and then next thing we ain't in love, we so in love with this person, but we seen the red flags from the beginning, and you got to ask yourself, how did I get here? You know what I'm saying? We see the jealousy, we see the controlling, whatever that we don't agree with. We see all that. You know what I'm saying? And go back to this. Once you healed and you really healed, then you'll know what you allow in your life, what you won't allow. But you got to get there first. You got to heal first. You know what I'm saying? In order to get there. If you don't heal, you're going to allow yourself to go back with a different person doing the same thing that you was going through in your past. And you see all the red flags because you hadn't healed. I can speak for myself. I did some healing and stuff, and I would not allow anybody in my life that I think that I can't agree with certain things, because I know what I allow in my life and what I won't allow in my life. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's a part of healing. So if you hadn't healed, you're going to accept it for what it is and try to work with it, shake it up, work with it. And it's not right, but you continue because you done caught feelings for this person. You know what I'm saying? So, like they say, if you don't jump on the red flags right then, it's going to come back to bite you in the butt. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? And we all see them red flags, no matter how you try to hide like you don't, you see them red flags.
Yeah.
You do those red flags that you disagree with by this person.
Here's another thing too. And I'm only speaking for me. I'm not talking about anybody else, because everybody is different. That's why we want to hear from you guys. So I am this. They said I am speaking from the woman experiencing, but I deal with a lot of single men ministry to them, because it's a lot of single men get hurt too by women. And that's the truth. They really do. Men get hurt as well. That's why we're coming from both sides. You know what I'm saying? But you see more so of women that's being dogged by men. But you do have women out here that hurt men as well. So it's like it's twofold. You know what I'm saying? But I try to treat people the way I want to be treated, in a relationship. And if I see where there's an area that I need to, to get better at, I'm gonna talk to my partner as long as they're willing to talk to me. Sometimes people feel like when you're voicing your opinion, you're being authoritative, and you're not. It's only when you look at it once. I can see people don't understand that narcissistic personality disorder is a real diagnosis in the DSM-5. I work with that every day as a mental health therapist. So there are people, men and women, who have these personalities that you got to be extremely cautious of, because they would gaslight you. They would go out here and do something and then make it seem like it's your fault, and we're not take responsibility for anything. So you got to be very cautious of those people as well. And if that's something that's happening in the beginning of your relationship, that's a sign for a person to get out, whether you're male or female, because gaslighting is real. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who can't accept accountability or responsibility for their actions, always finding fault in somebody else. These things are very toxic. And I know for me, I don't want to ever be in another toxic relationship, because toxicity and myself, we don't get along. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. And I know what I bring. And they say, what you bring to the table? We both should be bringing some. We both should be building this table. Because if I'm holding out one part of the table and my significant other is not, then the table is unstable and it's going to eventually fall, meaning the relationship is going to crumble. If you two can't come together and talk about what's going on, what you both are seeking from the relationship, and if it's opposite of each other, it's okay to walk away. It's okay to walk away. So, but most time people hold on to somebody just to say, I got somebody. I'm so past that now, man. I'm 53 years old. Those things I did back in the day. That's why, listen, I ain't playing no games with it, Douglas. I know who I am.
And you should.
And I know what I bring. So if I feel like I'm being played, you ain't going to get too many chances to play me, because I know my value and I know my worth. But a lot of people don't. You know, and
I agree. I agree with that. You know, there was a time in my life that I didn't know my worth. You know what I'm saying? So when I got the loving on myself, and you know what I'm saying, and just, you know what I'm saying, I got to knowing my worth, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm better than this. You know, and when you don't know your worth, you will take a lot of heat from people, a lot of heat. But once you get that, you know what I'm saying, that feeling like I know my worth, stuff like that, man, it's a different level, man. Once you get there, don't never let nobody bring you back down. You know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful place to be, but you got to be willing to go outside the box to get there. You got to be willing to heal from that. You got to be if you love yourself, give you a chance to heal. And once you heal, you'll know what you allow and what you want in life. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that makes sense, but it works for me. You know what I'm saying? So we all got choices in life. You know, you just want to make the best choice for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because we all not promised a pot of gold. We all not promised that perfect person. Nobody out there perfect, but you at least want somebody to kind of match up with you just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So we can equal up. You know what I'm saying? It's a doggy world out there, eat you up if you allow it to. You know what I'm saying?
That's
so
exactly right.
You got to have a strong mind to live in the world these nowadays. Because if you weak minded, this world, people in this world will eat you up and spit you out like you're nothing. You know what I'm saying?
True.
So why put yourself back down there? That, again, jumping around. That goes back to red flags. You know, if you see these red flags, no matter what they look like, what they made up like, how they dress, what type of job they got, if you see something that you can't connect, but you keep allowing yourself to deal with it, but you see these red flags, you better run. I'm telling you, it's going to come back to bite you if you don't. You know what I'm saying? You better run. I've been there and I've done it.
Let's go back to our original question. Living a single life, but afraid to date. So we have covered a lot of information in just that one question. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully people will be able to go back and look at it and, you know, even seek for themselves, search for themselves or whatever. Right. Because again, everybody is totally opposite, totally different. You know, sometimes we feel the same thing. We sometimes even think the same way, but we don't respond the same way. So just an interesting topic, living a single life, but afraid to date. But I'm telling you, some things make you be afraid to jump back out there in it. And not to say that, you know, if somebody in a relation that you're trying to get into a relationship with is showing you something similar that you went through, that does not make that person, you know, the same as the other person that you were with. You know what I'm saying?
That's
so
true.
You just have to give people a chance.
There you go. That's true.
And if you feel like that person is deemed necessary for you to get to know, then get to know them without the things that happen in your past, because that can cause you to really lose somebody that really was genuine or mean something to you. So yeah, but let me ask, I think you might have put this in your group before, and I'm not the one to talk about sex, because I'm just not. But could you actually be with somebody that you wasn't sexually attracted to? Like, okay, say for instance,
Mm-hmm.
okay, say like Miss Patty. Miss Patty says she's waiting on her Boaz until she get married. So say for instance, she get with this guy, he's everything that she want. And when they get married or whatever the situation is, and they go there, because the Bible says that the bed marriage is undefiled. You know what I'm saying? And so what if it's not what she expected? Then what, Douglas? Like, you waited all this time to get with somebody, and then they turn out to be in that area like horrible. Would you be able to stay in it?
That goes back to what we were saying about healing. I mean, my thing is about it. Say you heal for 5 years, celibate, just 5 years. And like you were just saying a few minutes ago, and you wind up getting somebody that was worse than the person that you was healing from. Wow,
Mm.
that's a lot of swamp right there, right? It's like it's all for nothing. And a lot of this happens. I had a friend girl. She was celibate, hadn't dated in 5 years, and she met this guy. They clicked just like that. She says, but she said she's seen a lot of red flags, and she's seen a lot of green flags. That means what I'm saying, some good things. But the red outweighed the green. So
Mm.
she finally had sex because it'd been so long. And what I'm saying, this guy was doing things, not only in the bedroom, but doing things that she wasn't used to. But what I'm getting is he had another agenda for her. You know what I'm saying? He just basically he used her at the end. He got some amount of money from her, uh, borrowed her cars, this, and that, and was going to see another woman. You know what I'm saying? So that broke her down. She was like, I waited so long to get the man that I wanted in my life. And I thought I had him. It turned out to be a failure, like my past relationship. Because sometimes, no matter how long you wait, that don't mean you're gonna get that right person. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? You really got to know your person. You really got to know your person. And I'm gonna go back again. Some red flags. Look at the red flags. People will show you who they are from the beginning.
Yeah.
But if you sit there and you allow that to go further and further and further, ain't nobody fault but yours. You know what I'm saying? So again, you'll know what you allow and what you won't allow if you really heal like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't know if
Right.
that makes any sense, but
Give me 1 second. I got somebody at the door. Give me 1 second.
okay.
I know I got a lot going on.
Yeah, you good. You good. Hey,
Okay, I'm back. Everybody just want to show up today.
Sometimes I like that, like I said, I have something I have to take care of in a few minutes anyway. So,
Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up, but I got somebody said they want to join us. They asked to give her a minute. They want to
okay.
come on and join us. Patty said, God is going to give me my desire of my heart. I love sex if it's done in the right way and God gets the glory from it. Me and him are going to talk about our sexual orientation during our dating to make sure we are going to be good partners. That's important, Patty. She says, God knows us and he will put me with the right man in due time. I trust him in doing a divine intervention relationship for us that when seeking and made. Okay, I agree. I'm right there with you 100%, Miss Patty. I agree with you 100%. To each his own. That's what this is about, right, Douglas?
Pretty much. Pretty much.
So this has been really, really, really good. We're talking about things that people probably are afraid to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Give them an outlet to express how they feel from behind the computer screen, so nobody has to step forward and say anything. Yeah, but you know what I noticed? Just like women, men too are afraid sometimes to move forward. They yeah, it's men that operate just like women sometimes. So why do you feel so for a woman, like for me, um I held on in my last relationship because I was praying and hoping that the person would change and would be better for me. Knowing in reality that really wasn't going to happen because they had already showed me who they was, how they was, and all of that. But I just kept holding on for 3 years, hoping and praying that this person would actually change and be better for me. So when the rubber met the road and I had enough, and it took a lot for me to have enough, I decided to move on. So why do you think men do that? Because men, as you know, they are classified as DOGS. So why do you feel like it's hard for men to sometimes let go of toxicity in a relationship?
Well, it's like anybody, they get comfortable. I mean,
Mm,
they just get comfortable with the whole relationship, and a lot of times they have like, it could be children involved. It could be some type of financial thing. It's a lot. While men and women stay in a relationship, even if it's a toxic relationship. I can go on and on why people stay in relationships. People are too afraid to step out on faith. You know what I'm saying? And I'm
right.
gonna tell you this. I don't know if this makes sense though, but I use this right here. Sometimes you got to lose in order to win. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, yes, yes.
Sometimes you got to do that. You know what I'm saying? You got to step out on faith. If you believe in God like you say you do, then you step out and you let God do the rest. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
I did it. It worked out for me. Not saying it was easy, but you got to make a start somewhere. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to say it again. You got to lose in order to win. Whatever your situation you're going through, sometimes God will sit you down and humble you like a nightmare and let you see all what's going on. And he'll wake you up when he think you're ready.
So let me ask you this: what's being in a relationship, and we're going to end at 3:30. Being in a relationship, what is the most important thing that you took away from, whether it was good or whether it was a bad relationship? What's something of importance that you took away that benefited you, whether it was good or whether it was bad?
Was something that was important that I took from
Yeah,
that
yeah,
relationship.
yeah. Because I believe everything is a learning tool.
I
Life
mean,
is learning. So
learn it well. Communication for one thing. Uh, that's the main thing. Communication and stuff like that. Learning your person, hearing your person out instead of ignoring and just doing what you want to do. You know, a lot of people nitpick, get at each other for whatever reasons because this person said or did that to you. It only hurts you. That's all it does. You know, I had to learn to communicate a whole lot better, be a better communicator and stuff like that. You know, no matter how busy you get, you know, you gotta stay communicated up. You can stay, and again, you can stay communicated up, but make sure you're doing all the right things, though. You know what I'm saying? You can talk all day long till you're blue in the face, but if you're still out there doing things you shouldn't do, what the hell? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when you communicate, make sure you're doing right by it. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing I'm saying. I don't know if that makes sense, but it does to me. You know what I'm saying? So hey, life is a living experience, man. That's just what it is. You just got to make the best out of it with who God put in your life. And if you feel like
Yeah.
that's not right, then you step away. It's gonna hurt. We all been hurt before. We all damaged goods. Ain't nobody out there had been hurt or used and abused. We all damaged, men and women. You know what I'm saying? It's how you, but that don't mean you sit back and give up on love. You know what I'm saying? Love out there, it's a beautiful thing once you find it. You know what I'm saying? So you shouldn't give up on love. Don't never give up on love because a couple people hurt your heart. You know what I'm saying? There's still some good people out there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Still some good people out there, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't give up on love. That's the only thing I can tell you. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know what you might miss out on. You know, so you like what you like, and a lot of time, and I like to jump around too. You know, we all like what we like. We want somebody that we're attracted to, and they can be the most terrible thing in the world, but they look good. They made up like you want to be made up like. The job is good, the house and all this and that, but they can still be the wrong person for you. You know what I'm saying? And
Oh,
so,
that's deep.
right. I mean, we want our person to meet us equally, but I'm just saying it's just that sometimes we're looking at other things that we should be, you know what I'm saying, looking at. And then a lot of times, say for instance, if you're going out on a date, we don't ask the right questions sometimes. You should ask about their health, uh, whatever they got. It's like a short story I had heard. This lady started dating this guy. She met offline, and I think they dated like almost a year or something like that. And she didn't know this guy had cancer. You know what I'm saying? He didn't even share it with her. You know what I'm saying? And so she felt like she got cheated, you know what I'm saying? She took on something that she wasn't ready for, but she was already there in love with this man, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So ask the right things. They may not tell you the truth, but ask the things outside the box other than how many kids and how long you was in your last relationship. Ask about their health and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Ask different stuff like that outside the box. Even if they don't tell you the truth, just ask, you know what I'm saying? So
I
it's
think that's important as well. I
right.
think that's very important. So we got a visual guest. Yay!
Okay.
So the our main question today was living a single life but afraid to date. Would you like to elaborate why you feel like people are single and are afraid to date? Anything that you've gone through, or what caused you to back up a little bit, or what do you consider red flags? What do you look for in a relationship?
Hello, everyone.
How you
Hey,
doing?
nice to meet you. Um, I have been in a relationship and married for a little bit over 10 years. So when I got back out in the dating scene, it was very, very different than when 10 years ago. So
Mhm.
it's a lot that, now is mainly online dating, and, it's hard to just meet people and meet honest people. That's even online or meeting people just like in the grocery store or something, So it took a lot for me to, I'm going to say, like, trust people because um, I thought that I knew the person that I was with for so long, but come turn out I didn't. So when you in a relationship with somebody, it seems like you can be with them for years and you still don't know them, you know. And the question that you were saying a while ago about asking in-depth questions, and that is a good thing to do, because even if sometimes, like you say, even if you ask them, they probably will and they probably won't tell you the truth about what they're going through or the real situation in their life, or you know, and they don't give you the option to say if I want to be in this or if I don't want to be in this. Give me the option. I want the option to say I don't mind taking care of you knowing that you're sick, or I don't mind taking care of you, you
Right.
know, good or for bad until the, you know, the rest of our life.
Right.
But
Sure.
yeah, but going into a relationship and what you're looking for, you have to be very specific with people, because you can't let them assume that you know what they want or what you want. Because when you start assuming that they know, there's always going to be a problem. My thing is, when I'm looking for a relationship, I want consistency. I'm down hard dedicated on consistency. You have to be consistent with what you're doing. You have to be consistent in what you're saying, because once you start getting off track, that means, you know, people will just fall for anything or that you say or tell them. So I'm big on about being consistent and being straight up. You know, even if it hurt, tell me the truth. I
That's,
want you to be honest with me about everything. And when
mm,
you're in a relationship, you're looking for a best friend. You're looking for a companion that you can really trust and lean and depend on. So when I started looking for my companion, I was looking for somebody that I could trust and that was honest and that was consistent. And I found that. So,
Or he found you, whichever one it was.
huh?
I say, or he found you. I don't know which one it was.
I think we found each other about at the same time. And I found him on online dating. So, you know, online dating have its good and bad, you know. So, and like you said, it's mainly what you're looking for. Um, and in a relationship, in that person, and what you see and what you don't. Like, you know,
right.
sometimes they have to just step out on faith.
So let me ask you this question that Douglas and I've been talking about. Would you be able to say you got with this guy and y'all had sex and it wasn't up to par to what you thought? Would you be able to be with him still? How big is sex in a relationship important to you? How is that?
Um, Sex is a part of a relationship. I ain't gonna say it's the biggest part of the relationship, but if I was really feeling that person as far as really, really liking him, I would teach him or tell him what I like and see if that would change things.
Mhm.
And if that didn't change things, you know, yeah, sex is a part of a relationship. So I ain't gonna say it's the biggest part, but it is a part of the relationship. And you have to be satisfied in that part, you know. So, and if that person can't satisfy you after you be done told them or asked them the way you like to be satisfied, you know, and then they don't do it the way that you intended, like, you know, it might be a problem.
Right.
Yeah.
But not
Well,
like I said, that should not be a big part of like, I'm gonna leave you because, you know, we connect in every which way, but there's certain things that you're doing that don't satisfy me. So let me kind of give you an insight on what I like to be done, or, you know, try to coast them through like certain things. But, you know, like I said, yeah, it ain't a big part of a relationship. My biggest part of a relationship is communication. Like,
Right.
you communicate with somebody and be upfront with them. Like I said a while ago, even if it hurt, tell the truth about whatever you're going through, like in a relationship. So,
yeah. I hear what you're saying, and it makes sense. But in a lot of cases, uh, I have female friends that they, sometimes they have dated guys that have problems getting an erection. You know what I'm saying? That's something we men's gonna go through in life. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And what I'm trying to say is, like the song Keith Sweat made, "How Deep Is Your Love?" You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times that man may not be able to get up to perform like he should. You know what I'm saying? Are you gonna be there for the long haul? You're right. Sex is not everything, but sex is a part of the relationship. You know what I'm saying? So, and if a man lose that, and just like y'all women lose that sex drive, a man can lose his performance to, you know what I'm saying, to make love to you. And that makes a lot, how can I put it? It's a lot of pressure. You know what I'm saying? Sex is a big part of relationship. It's a lot of pressure. When you're not getting it, you find yourself cussing and having headaches and wondering why you're getting them. You know what I'm saying? But I'm joking on that part, but it's a lot of things that, that you got to consider too. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people got high blood pressure and they can't do the things they used to do. That's a lot. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot. So they may be like rabbits right now, but another 5 to 10 years now, they can't do nothing but nothing. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of that's going on too, and it causes people to cheat, because they're not getting satisfied at the house. You know what I'm saying? So but like I say, it depends on the person. Again, it's how deep is your love. You know what I'm saying? So sex is the top 5. You know what I'm saying? We wing it out, but it's the top 5. You gotta have it. You know what I'm saying? Some people gotta have it in order to function. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Let's put it out.
Technology now these days, as far as for men being able to perform even after they have not being able to get erections. And I know this for a fact, and I hate to put a person out there knowing that they had a procedure done to where they can still perform, and they in their 70s. So now it's not a big issue about if you can, it's if you want to. A lot of people don't want to take a chance on having surgery on their private part to proceed with life. But to me, if I was a man and they told me about something that was going to help my sex life, I would think I would do it.
Well, that's so. A lot of men may not know nothing about this. Maybe this is something that you need to explain to them. Maybe they don't know anything about this. Put it out there.
And really, I'm not about this because when I say something to men, they don't really know about this. So it's a thing that they put. Can I say penis? Okay, it's a certain thing they put in their penis. The doctor had to go through surgery and put it in there. So when they put it in their penis, it's like it works normal. So all they have to do is pull it back, and it's regular size. And it works normal.
Really? I don't mean to laugh there, but that'd be painful for a man to get. But I don't mean to laugh though, but why? Men, if there's any men out there, are y'all listening to Regina?
Yes.
Miss Regina, she's explaining some things out there, something of the women that's going through that with the guys. Let it be known too, because this is my first time hearing this. Very first time. Thank you for bringing it up.
And
so you said it's like a clicker.
That does it. So it's not like the doctors are like you had to go all around the country to get this done. It's doctors in North Carolina that's doing this procedure.
Oh, right.
They're not getting an erection. So I know a lot of men have prostate cancer. A lot of men, like you say, take blood pressure medicine, and it takes away their sex drive. So, but yeah, I think that this is something that men really need to know. And I really hate that I don't have the exact name for the procedure or what it is called, but I will get that name for you all and come back, or either let Tangi or Douglas know that the name of it. But yeah, it works. I know it works. I'm not experiencing it, but I know it works for a fact.
Well, guess what? I hope they listen to you. You might have done saved somebody's marriage, relationship.
Regina.
Mhm.
Regina, is it called a penile? Is it called a penile surgical implant?
I don't think that's the name of it. I want to say it starts with an M. Like I say, I get a copy of the card because the person has to had a card on them at all times, because when they fly or anything, it's like it goes off or whatever. So the card has to be on you at all times once you had a procedure done. But it do work. Yeah. So
Okay. Good deal. You know, you learn something every day.
right.
Every day, you know.
Miss Patty said, okay.
She know about that, don't she? She know about that right there. It's something, you know, but hey, that's good. That's good. It's good, you know.
Yeah, because
But
we
like you were saying, that is part of the relationship, man. I mean, we all push it away, but you gotta have it. You gotta have it. Even though for
Yeah.
some women losing their sex drive,
Right.
they gotta be willing to please that man too. You know what I'm saying? Because for a man and some women, they look forward to that. You know what I'm saying? If they can have a bad day, whatever going on, they look forward to that. And some women do too, you know what I'm saying? So you got to be willing to sacrifice, I guess, that body, you know what I'm saying? And then some women, I know y'all have problems going on, but let's go back to communication and stuff, you know. And jump around again, like, you know, most guys is in the circle, you know, like, I got more sex before I committed to this woman, or I got mad and I'm not getting nothing now. You know what I'm saying? And that's
Douglas, let me ask you that question. Would
right.
you be able to commit to a relationship without going there with the female?
Without doing that, what you mean, like having sex for the
with
first time?
Yeah, would you be able to Miss Patty say, Miss Miss Patty says it's gotta work.
It works, Miss Patty. It works.
She said, what was that? She said,
Listen, she said it's gotta work. What Regina was talking about.
it gotta work.
It's gotta work.
It works. It really works. I know this fact.
So the question is, would you be able to be with a female if the sex wasn't there? Would you work with her to get to that point?
I definitely would work with her to get her there. You know what I'm saying? Is she willing to let me work with her? Yeah, I can work with her. But if she's not, ain't nothing I can do. You know what I'm saying? So
is that a turnout for you? Is that like that's it? If she says, you know, if it's not working what you want, she say, don't nobody want nothing dead.
You got that right on.
Hey, they don't want nothing dead, they don't want nothing cold either. I mean, oh my God. So you saying, well, I'd be willing to work? Yeah, I'd be willing to work with it. I mean, she got to be willing to put effort towards it too. It's not a one-way street now. It's for both of us, you know. You make sacrifices for the person you love, right? If you don't want them going out there, which they should be, going out cheating, searching, this and that. But when, you know, if you got whoever you with got a high sex drive and you don't, that could be kind of rough. You know what I'm saying? It could be kind of rough, you know. So you got to be willing to sacrifice your body in order to keep your relationship strong. It sounds horrible to say, but I'm just saying. You know, a lot of people are divorced now. If it's either money, you're cheating on each other. Them the top two right there. You know what I'm saying? The top two. And for a man, and probably some women, that's his medicine. You know what I'm saying? He feel like, hey, that's my medicine. I gotta have it. You know what I'm saying? If he chose you, and you chose him, that you sacrificed yourself, right? That's your
Yeah.
partner. That's your partner right there. You know what I'm saying? So, and with some men, that's why y'all said so many women out there, it's a lot of women single. A lot of women that say no when another woman say yeah. That's why a lot of guys don't waste their time in relationships trying to get to know a woman, because you got women out there say yes. You know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it real. So why they gonna put time in with a woman? Well, I'm gonna wait. I don't feel like it. You know what I'm saying? Okay. When you got Sally down the road down there, like down for whatever, you know, since we keeping it real. That's just, and that's how most guys think. They ain't gonna put too much time in. They feel like they're not gonna get nothing out. You know, I'm just keeping it real.
But
That's
let me say this, Douglas, like what you're saying. Okay, like they know that Sally is down the street, even though your wife or husband, I'm gonna use both for an example, can be doing whatever they need to do to satisfy their other spouse, their other significant. But since they know Sally down there ready and willing, still, regardless of what you do, sometimes people are not satisfied still with what they got at home. They can still go out and cheat. They can be getting morning, noon, and night and still go out and still cheat. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. That's the part of, like we were saying, that's the part of knowing your person. When you know they're still doing that and you staying in it, then that's your fault. You know what I'm saying? That's how I put it. We all got choices. If your man or woman is doing, if you giving 100% of everything to your man, not only sex, and they still, or woman, and they still go out there and cheat on you, you got to step back, move away. That's just what it is. So why stand in something that you know that you done put all your effort in and your body in, and they still go out and cheat? That's your fault.
Okay.
You allow them to do that, you know.
Just not saying that you really know that they're out there cheating, but just saying, coming up with little arguments about stuff just to leave home. Not really saying that you've seen them doing something or you caught them doing something. It's always an argument about something just to get outside. You understand what I'm saying? So lead your mind to thinking that they're out there doing this or doing that. So, like you said, yeah, communication, like I said too before, communication is the biggest thing. And if it's something that I'm not doing that you feel like I should be doing, it need to be communicated. And then if it's something that, as far as pleasing, it should be communicated. Because sometimes you can be in a relationship and you having sex, but it's like you pressured to having sex. Do that make sense?
Yeah, there's no fun in that. No fun in that.
Because it's like no kind of affection is with it or anything. You just laying down and having sex. It's just like you clocking into a job and clocking out. It's like nothing there.
Okay, let me cut y'all. Go ahead.
Go ahead, you're fine.
Well, I mean, that's part of knowing your person. You know what I'm saying? That's part of knowing your person. That means something ain't right. You know, it's like, and I hate to say this because sometimes it's not, and sometimes people don't be cheating. I'm gonna tell you something now. Sometimes people love the person they with, but they don't be attracted to them no more like that. You know what I'm saying? That's why they say sometimes you gotta do different things to keep that person interested. The same way you got that woman or that man, you got to do the same thing to keep. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of women and men probably, I got them now. I don't have to do this. I don't have to open them doors up. I don't have to do this. I don't have to do that. It's a mental thing. And I know for y'all women, it's a physical thing too. You know what I'm saying? He's not showing no affection. Y'all are disconnect from this man. You know what I'm saying? And then some men out there, yeah, they go, as long as they getting them, they don't care about pleasing you off. And y'all, and the first thing y'all holler, well, you don't hold me. You don't kiss me like you used to. Just net, and you disconnect mentally. And for a man, we do that different, disconnect. You know, either 9 times out of 10, they might be cheating. Or, like I say, they may not be attracted to you like that no more. Because like I say, sometimes you gotta try different things. You know, if you're doing the same thing in the bedroom, and the man and all the woman already know what position you're gonna be in. You know what I'm saying? They just gonna get them, do what they gotta do, and go on about their business. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna continue to do the same thing over and over again.
That's why communication is important. That's why you should talk about it. You
Right.
know, because it's
You
not a
too.
one man or a one woman show. You know what I'm saying? If you
Right.
see those issues arising before it even get bad, let's talk about it. And then if it don't change, then evidently we're not really meant to stay together. You know what I'm saying? If I can't satisfy you and you can't satisfy me, not just basically with sex, because after a while, the whole relationship is going to be impacted by those actions, and then it's going to come crumbling down. So if it can't be fixed out the communication, let me tell y'all what Miss Patty said. Miss Patty owns something today. Miss Patty done took it back to the clicker. She said, especially if you don't lay hands on it, it's still not working. We got to go in much prayer. And she said, and to what you were saying, Regina, she said they have a lustful spirit and they are never satisfied. And Douglas, she said, lay down with a dog and you'll get up with fleas.
Absolutely.
So, but
time you don't really have to lay down with a dog, you really laying down with your spouse and you not knowing that they're a dog or that they're a cat. And when you do realize or find out, sometimes it's too late, because sometimes you can be, like I said, you can be with a person for years and you really don't know a person. And that's sad. Like, I would marry my boyfriend today to get to know him as we go on. Because if we stay together 2, 3, 5, 6 years, I still might not get to know him like I thought I knew my ex. You know what I mean? So as years go on, we know we'll get to learn each other by and by. But waiting a lifetime to think you know somebody and you still don't know nobody, that's sad.
Can I ask you something? It's none of my business, but how long y'all been dating?
Since June.
So y'all still kind of fresh, right?
Yeah.
You know, I think so. Y'all still fresh. Okay. Well, do you feel like you know your person?
I do.
You do.
I'm not going to say I totally know him, but I feel like I know enough to say I would marry him.
Oh, all right.
I feel comfortable knowing what I know about him.
Right. Okay. Well, that's a good thing. That speak high to him. If you're willing to marry this man and you've been knowing him since, you say June?
Since June.
And you will marry him tomorrow, right?
I would marry him today.
Right. I hope he's looking at it. I hope he's looking at this. Where he's at.
So let's end on this right here, because I know Douglas got something to do. So let's end talking about what Regina said. Is there a time limit that you should wait to get married? I'm going to say this. I don't believe in time limits, because, well, I do and I don't. Right. I feel like if you know that you love somebody and that love is is given back to you in the same genuine form, then because like you can wait for years to date somebody and try to get to know somebody, and then they still turn out not to be your person. I've known people that have met and within 6 months they've been married, and the marriage is still going on 30, 40 years later. So is there a time limit that you feel like should be important before you say this is the person that I would marry, male or female? Either one of y'all can answer that.
I don't see no time frame. Like I say, when you feel like you done found or met that match, like you know your connection when you meet somebody. And sometimes, like Miss Patty said, you can be lusting after somebody, but you should be able to tell love from lust. You want the same connection that you're giving out, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? So as long as you're getting the love back in return, and a lot of people don't be consistent, they don't stay on track. So once they get off track, it's easy to know if you for me or against me. Sometimes we get content with what we in. And it's not good for us. And we still trying to hold on to it. We
Mm,
get with it. And so I've been in situations where I was just content with it. Because, like I said, you don't know what's out here, and you'd rather deal with what you got than sometimes move on until
yeah.
you. So, yeah.
That's like what's her name, Miss Patty. When you was reading out, she said she waiting on God to send her that person.
Mhm.
That's a beautiful thing, you know. And sometimes you wait, and you get that person, you find out they weren't meant for you. You know what I'm saying? So no matter how long you wait, if meant to be, it's meant to be.
It's
So you
meant
can
to
wait
be.
for 20 years from now and still may not even get the right person.
Right.
You know, that's just what it is. We all don't know what we're getting out there. Like say you can be with somebody for 20 years and still don't even know nothing about it.
That's
You know what I'm
it.
saying? And that's a bad situation to be in. You know what I'm saying? Bad situation to be in.
It is. It is. But the Bible say when a man find a wife, he found a good thing. So,
He don't just find a good thing, girl. He obtain favor
you
from the
know,
Lord.
Right.
should be
Yes. So this has been
find a wife, he
Yeah.
found a good thing.
Yeah.
So,
this has
Hang
been
on
really,
with that.
really good,
Yeah.
y'all. A
Mhm.
very good topic that we can continue to go on and on and on. I am thankful that we have almost 200 views already, Douglas, since
That's
we
good.
started. And thank you too, Regina, for coming on. We're at 131 views, 33 comments, several shares and likes and different things like that. And that's just on my end. But again, Miss Patty said, God is doing a new thing now. I am 60 years old and ready to love again. She said he might find me soon. And then Max Walker said, I don't know about that. You don't know about what, Max? Let's talk about that for a second before Douglas get off. What you
Can I,
don't know about Max?
can I,
hey, quick.
can I say this? What is she doing, Miss Patty, right? What is she doing to let the man find us? Is she just sitting in the house? I mean,
That's a good question.
you got to be
That's a good
somewhere to find
question.
or doing something. You know, I know God gonna send it to you, but I'm just curious, what you doing to be found by this man that you waiting on? That's all I'm saying. You got
That's
to
a
get
good
out the
question.
house. You got to do something. Cause he ain't gonna just knock on that door. Let's see the mailman, you know. But hey, I'm just asking.
I hate you got to go, Douglas, because I really want to add Max into this because he
Well,
said that.
I got 10 minutes. I got 10 minutes.
Okay, Max, give me a minute. I'm gonna send you the link, and then you join us. You join
Yes,
us.
Max.
Huh?
I said, yes, Max.
I'm finna send it to your inbox, Max. So you look at it and click on it. You know what to do. So let's see. Maxie Waxy. Let me find Max.
Yeah, this has been a really good conversation. But like you said a while ago, when it's dealing with relationships, you can go on and on and on and on because everybody have an opinion about a relationship. And everybody can say something about their relationship. Every relationship ain't good. And every relationship go through trials and tribulations, regardless if you've been together a day or 7,000 days. You're going to go through trials and tribulations in your relationship.
There
It's
you
just
go.
what you can deal with through them
Yeah,
trials and tribulations.
that's right. That's right.
Douglas, to your question to Miss Patty, she said, I'm out in the public view. I have some good pretensions, and I'm not settling for anything.
So what you know
He's 60 years
I
old.
go through with everything. So what is anything? You know,
She said
what
she's not settling for y'all, for not y'all, but men foolishness. Basically,
Miss Patty, always know your worth. Period. Know your worth.
tell Miss Patty, don't be single too long, might come back to hurt her.
That's
I
what.
always say that. You can be single too long, sometimes to come back and bite you in the butt. I'm just saying. because you get settled with how you do things, and then you meet somebody, then you won't let them leave or trust them to leave because you're so used to doing things on your own. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying.
She say, I have been dated. I have been on dating sites. And a lot of men hit me up on Facebook. So Max, you gotta take that link that I sent you and post it into, what is it, Gina? Safari?
On the Google phone, I did Google, but on my iPhone, you have to do Safari.
Yeah, you got to put it in Safari. But if you don't make it this time, Max, we're doing it twice a month, right, Douglas?
Yeah.
So you'll have an opportunity to come on, and it's called In Your Face Relationship Topics. And we don't just talk about relationships.
Right.
We talk about a lot of other different things as well. So if you don't get on this time, Douglas, I'll make sure you get the link for the next time. And you too, Regina. Oh, he said, hold up, he coming now.
I'm gonna try to see if I can get Mark on here too one day. Yeah. When we do it again.
I would like to have at least 3 men, 3 women, or 5 men, 5 women, because I could go up to 10 people at one time.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
Hurry
so
up,
we're gonna give Max a chance. Yeah, because Douglas got.
I want to know what you gotta say.
Wait a minute, Miss Patty. Max go get on in just a minute, and then you can ask your. Come on, Miss Patty, you get on here too.
Hey, never mind.
Get the link.
Ooh, yeah. So we got about 5 more minutes, Maxie Waxy, if you're gonna get on. Max is from Greenville. I know Max. He was in my movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And Max think he's the ladies' man, so I can't wait to hear from him.
Hi. He has an opinion about something.
She said, Miss Patty said next time she'll get on next time.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, but this is really good. So, guys, if y'all definitely stay tuned to our podcast. This has definitely been really great, you know, to get the message out there about how you feel, you know, when it comes to relationship, you know.
Right. Okay. That's right. You're right.
Let me say this.
What's going on, Maxie Waxy?
What's up, Max?
We waiting to hear you, Maxie Waxy. We can't hear you. Unmute. What you do?
We can't see you now either, Max. There you go.
We can't hear you, so Max, you got to get your microphone fixed the next time. You probably didn't give access to your microphone.
Go back out and try to do the access with your mic.
Go back out again, Max, and come back in, and then come back in.
Can he see you like doing your ear like that? Like you can't hear him because evidently he don't. Yeah.
We can see you, but we can't hear you.
We can't hear you, Max. So next time, because we gotta go. But we know you ready. You look like you fired up.
You ready? Oh my God.
Let's see. Mic setting. Yeah, we can't hear you, Matt. So we're gonna go ahead and get ready to end this today. So Douglas, we'll be back in 2 weeks.
Okay.
Are we doing it every week? I don't know.
Well, I mean, let something come up. We can do it every week. So
we'll be back on next week, probably Sunday, because I'll be in New Orleans Friday, Saturday. I'll be back Sunday sometime, so we can keep it around the same time.
Right.
We can keep it around. if you don't have anything to do next Sunday, we can do it at like 4 or 5. Something. Give me a chance to get home. And
Yeah,
get
it
some
should be good. This is probably about the only time I have free time. Be so busy, but yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, and Miss Patty, thank you so much. We enjoyed you too, and for all the people that have tuned in this far, we really appreciate the
Oh
support.
yeah, what's that?
Definitely. We had 150 people that
That's
have
good.
viewed. So yeah.
That's good.
Anything y'all want to say before we go? Douglas, give them the information about your club so that they can come out, because Max is in your area, so you know, and he's a DJ and he does all kind of stuff like that.
Okay, okay. Well, I opened up a sports bar in my hometown, Belton, South Carolina, about last weekend. So we're open from Wednesdays up to Saturdays. Working on trying to get something going for Sundays, but come out and support. We at 624 Brazil Street, Belton, South Carolina, 29627. Come out and support Black businesses and stuff like that. We're trying to grow. We're not gonna stop there. So just come on out and support. We appreciate it. Appreciate
All
that.
right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Regina, anything you want to say before we go?
Can I put my tea out there? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you can.
I'm just kidding. Well,
Put your tea out.
I make different kinds of tea. And I have pineapple tea, peach tea, strawberry tea, blueberry tea, and
Right.
pina colada tea. And I'm trying this white grape tea. So you don't taste the flavor of the tea, you really taste the flavor of the flavor. So anybody that want a gallon is $10 a gallon, but it will be worth that $10. It really tastes good. I have a lot of people that buy them by the gallons, like 3-4 gallons at a time. So anybody can Facebook me, or most people know my phone number. It's been the same for forever, but y'all can just reach out and I'll make sure you get what you're looking for.
All right.
And again, yeah.
Thank you so much. Her tea is really good. But you know, again, I'm Tangi. I am the editor. I am the owner of T Rose Media Film Production. So I do a lot of movies, stage plays, different things like that. I ghostwrite a lot of books. I have 8 published books myself. So anybody interested in being in any type of movies, stage plays, yeah, if you have a book that you want written and you don't know how to get started, you can reach out to me and we can definitely do a contract and get that out there for you. I'm doing a lot of different things. So I thank God for being able to partner with the amazing Douglas Henry out of Belton for this podcast. And also we're going to be doing more topics on relationships and other things. And we're going to open it up to the people so that they can come in and participate. Matt, can you say something now? No, we still can't hear you. So that's it. I love you guys. And me and you will never part. Y'all have an amazing day on purpose.
All right. Appreciate it. Peace.